when I was a girl, my mom worked in a hospital, okay? And one day, my aunt, who is here, she dropped me off at the hospital because my mom was going to take me home from work. Well, Mom was busy doing her hospital thing, and I had to use the bathroom. So I went in the bathroom and used the bathroom, and the toilet kept running. It wouldn't stop. It just kept running, like it was going to overflow. And I don't know if you've ever been in one of those hospital bathrooms, but they have a little sign there, and it says, if you need help, pull. And I needed help, clearly. I needed help. And so I pulled it. And then I went out in the hallway, and I just sat there. And here comes the cart and the rumbling and the nurses, and they're ready to go clear to the toilet. And this was one of those small hospitals where you go to be born and you go to die. So these people know that these things happen, but they're not ready, clearly. Don't go over there if you really need help. To my credit, they should have said, if you need medical help, pull. It would have helped. Then I would know. So now you're convinced, right? Spacey Tracy. Well, look at me now. The first chapter of my book is about our 24 trips to the ER. Yeah. We've been questioned, not investigated. Big difference. And there are about 8 or 9 different ERs within a 30 to 40 minute drive from our house. So we just be like, which one were we at last week? We can't go back to that one. It was rough. There was a period of time there. Most of this is the whole chapter. Chapter 1 of the book is all these stories, funny stories like broken bones and, swallowed nickels and stitches. And one time, my youngest, he was mad at me, so he shoved rocks up his nose. Just shoved them all up there, like, I'm going to show her. Shoved them way up there. And then he comes to me, and he's crying, and I'm like, what's wrong? And he couldn't really talk. He's like, eh. And I look in the kid's nose, and I can see a rock. I can see it. And I think to myself, okay, I see it. What if I try to get it and it disappears? What if that happens? Because I'm not a nurse, if you haven't noticed. So I decided to take him to the ER. So we go to the ER, and sure enough, the doctor gets in there with the little doctor stuff and gets the rock out. And I'm like, oh, phew. And then the doctor says, uh-oh. There's more. How far back can the rocks go? And so they get another one out, and then they go, uh-oh, again. You never want to hear that when you're at the ER. You never want to hear, uh-oh. We had to get a specialist because this kid had to be laid out and, manhandled by hold him down, and they had to dig into his nose and dig into his nose and dig into his nose and dig into his nose. Eventually, they were ready to take him to surgery. They said, one more try, or we're taking him to surgery. I'm like, come on. Come on. So finally, the doctor gets the rock loose, and the kid's screaming. And his mouth is wide open, and the rock goes right in his mouth. Right in there. Now he's choking. Now we're like, okay, turn him over. I'm like, well, I guess you really showed me, didn't you? It's crazy. True story. We got past all that, and we went home, and I pull into the driveway. I'm exhausted. The kid's asleep in the minivan, and I'm not even out of the driver's side door. Here come the other 2 younger ones. One has glass in his hand. Yeah, and the other one has a big splinter on his foot. I'm like, go tell your father. Go. I'm done. I'm checked out. Here's something that that I find fascinating as a woman. You don't always know when to take a man to the ER, right? You just don't always know when to take him, right? Because sometimes he needs a doctor, but sometimes he just needs a glass of water and a nap. I wish that men came with a check engine light. You know, check engine, beep, beep.